Welcome Mockingbirds, welcome to Tequila Mockingbird, where I make fun of children's books. I am riding free tonight. I am letting loose. I am burning my bra because I'm not wearing one. Once I got home, I took it off, as you do, and I could not put it on. And I'm needing this. I haven't read this book. I don't know why I chose this book. I believe I chose it because it's a book. It's nondescript. It's called A Child's Book of Seasons. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I have no idea what's in it. I don't know who wrote it. It doesn't say. But I went around the library and I looked at old covers. That was my only reasoning for picking things out. And this was like the oldest cover. So this book is by Satomi Ichikawa. And I'm extremely excited to read this book because actually now I remember I found that the cover had nothing on it, and then I opened it up and I saw this lovely picture of kids wearing fans, picket fences, paddles, window blinds. Don't want you to see my messy room. Okay, I already love Satomi Ichikawa. She is originally from Gifu. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right. It's a large city in Japan. And she self-taught herself illustration. And I just have to read. This is really, it's a little cool little tidbit on the interwebs. Her hobbies and other interests include collecting dolls, and then in parentheses, used. Now, up front, I'm not being sarcastic. I think she sounds really awesome. She's known for her awesome illustrations of children playing, which is so cool. Doesn't mean I'm not going to make fun of her book, but I'm not being sarcastic. I love that she collects used dolls. Also, these kids definitely grew up on some kind of commune. They all have these two have bell bottoms. This kid's definitely named something like tree or, root. And a little girl is reading to her doll, and her wounded bear, he has a hole in, and her drunk gnome. There is a lot happening in these two pictures, and I started reading them and looking at them, and I just couldn't keep in my head what was going on, so we're gonna do this together. I do love that it has a rhyme scheme. I'm a sucker for rhymes, except for when they don't rhyme. Cough, cough, good night, moon. Or when they rhyme with themselves. I'm letting it go. On the note of Goodnight Moon, I think I gave it too much crap because it literally put my daughter to sleep last night. I read it 3 times to her and she fell asleep. So I still stick to my word about Goodnight Moon, but thanks. In the cold and wintry sun, round the schoolyard children run. They jump and skip and play at ball and push me, pull you by the wall. I don't know if the school's gonna allow push me, pull you. But let's break this down. First of all, I want to point out this kid. Yes, it's winter, but this kid has a full-on ski mask. Kid, calm your jets. No one else has a ski mask on. So I'm just gonna point this out. This little kid looks like he's got his wiener stuck in his zipper. We have established that we're in a schoolyard, and this kid, like, has roller skates. Is just roller skating through the schoolyard, which, cool. I'm interested in this little girl. First of all, she's kind of on to the side, but if you could see, she's pulling like a toy, but it has like a pig's head, and it's made out of wood. It's like, it's a piece of wood. Like, you can see the wood grains in it and the nails, like a coffin, like a pig in a coffin. What kind of toy is that? This kid right here is full on headbutting this other kid. Is that push me pull you? That does not look fun. This kid over here, definitely yoga parents doing downward facing dog. More roller skates. Pitter patter goes the rain, children hurry home again. Alright, these kids are making homemade dolls, and they are terrifying. We got Princess Leia over here hanging her doll, who doesn't blink, is terrifying, and has no hair. This kid is choking their doll. You can see by the terrified look on that doll that it is in extreme pain. This one's gouging the doll's eyes out. Okay, this is my worst nightmare. Where are the parents? It says, they play doctor and soldier and rider of grace and elegant ladies wear lipstick and lace. This child is eating lipstick. Hell no. Playing doctor? More like playing murderer? Look at this poor doll. She has no eye. There are the creepy dolls, again, hanging in the window, sending a message to your enemies that you'll hang them and hang up their heads to ward off anyone who threatens you. Oh my god. This one is just getting worse and worse and worse. She went from a surprise face to a I'm dying face. But I guess the rainbow's out. It's fine. I love this girl. She is already embracing her old grumpy side. She has lipstick too big for her lips. She has curlers. She is yelling at these boys, get out of my way. This is just a picture in the garden to the just totally normal commune, polyamorous community they live in. So I switched to stout. This is not gross wine, but my mother-in-law drank all my wine. Yum. Alright, at first glance, I thought this poor GD woman has 7 GD kids. But at closer inspection, I feel like this woman, with just the look on her face, is saying, none of these kids are mine. Why are these kids eating me out of house and home? Where are my kids? And why were they replaced with devils? Johnny, why in the hell are you licking toast? You're not even my kid! Just eat the goddamn piece of toast. Okay, Johnny, go cry to your sister moms. I just don't really have anything to say to make fun of this picture. It's beautiful. Good job. Good self illustration. self-taught illustration. I am equally disappointed and equally excited because I actually love this book. It's so cute. It's just a whole bunch of kids running around, playing outside, playing in the summertime, playing in the wintertime. But then this little baby is sleeping under a tree. And then there's sheep that are running away. I guess this kid is just letting them out. Probably not a good idea. And then we're talking about the sheep, and then you say try to count them while you go to sleep. I love this picture too. I love this little baby right here. They're eating berries on the side of the road, and this little baby, he's got berry juice on his face. And then it's fall, and they're picking chestnuts. But I also love this little kid who is poking his eye out with a stick. You'll poke your eye out! And then winter comes back, and they make beautiful ice sculptures. Why is there a banana? Why did he make a banana in the snow? And then they cut down a tree, and they have a little Charlie Brown tree. But I want to focus on this. There is the evil dolls that they hung to ward off their enemies. There's a witch. There's a witch flying. When was that Christmas? I want to be in that Christmas. Beheaded doll. Just a head of a little doll with some pigtails. In editing this book and rereading it, I had a realization. We started out the book with a little girl reading to her doll and bear and her drunk gnome. And it says, please take a look inside this book to see what children do in snow and sunshine, wind and rain, and changing seasons through. So, we are going back to the first video, Goodnight Moon. Is this a different dimension? We're reading a book about a child reading a book about children playing in the rain and snow and the summertime. Does she know that she has an audience? Does she know that someone's reading about her and her life? Despite the simple red color and some of the silly little kids, I actually love this book. I wanted to make fun of it more. And maybe I'm just not drunk enough, but I love this book. I don't know, the drawings just took me back to another time. So I'd actually recommend reading this to your kids. Okay, I'm gonna rate this from 1 to 10 barrelfuls of blackberries. I'm gonna rate this a whole bunch of screaming commune children, and that's pretty damn good.